All right, let's cut straight to it. AI isn't a trend anymore, it's the new standard. Did you know, Eric, that 75% of professionals are already using AI in their workflows? 75%.
Yeah, and what's wild is this isn't just happening in high-tech fields anymore. Industries like healthcare and marketing are completely rethinking how they operate because of AI.
Exactly. And the kicker? Employers aren't just asking if you know AI, they're looking at how well you can use it. It's not about being replaced by AI, it's about replacing the version of you that can't keep up with it.
Oh, that's such a good point, and it's something we've seen over and over again. Take healthcare, for example. AI is revolutionizing patient diagnoses. Tools like Viz.ai can flag something as urgent as a stroke based on CT scans before a radiologist even gets to it. It's saving lives and time.
Right? And law firms? They're tapping into tools that analyze contracts or draft legal documents in minutes. But here's the twist, Eric. Sometimes that efficiency comes with interesting results.
Oh, let me guess. The overconfident AI syndrome?
Bingo. Case in point. Someone I know tested an AI for drafting contracts, and it confidently created a clause for a mutual unicorn agreement. Unicorn, Eric, as in mythical
Wait,
horse.
seriously?
Dead serious. And that's the thing. AI is powerful, but it needs a responsible co pilot. It's why I always hammer home the idea in my book. AI is your assistant, not your autopilot.
Yeah, human oversight is key here. It's all about balance, letting AI handle the grunt work, so professionals actually have more time for creativity, strategy, and those high-value tasks that really move the needle.
Yes, and that's where professionals thrive. Instead of spinning wheels on mundane tasks, they're now delegating to a digital Swiss Army knife.
And responsibly managing that power is the game changer. It's all about using AI to elevate, not alienate. The ethical piece of the puzzle can't be ignored.
Absolutely. I mean, if you neglect things like accuracy checks, bias in data, or, avoiding unicorn clauses, you're asking for trouble. It's funny, but it's also a reminder to stay sharp.
That's such a great takeaway. And actually, it sets the stage perfectly.
All right, with that in mind, let's get into the AI tools that are making waves. And no, I don't mean the ones fueling fears about robots taking over. Eric, you know I'm all about practical solutions that actually help people work smarter.
Oh, for sure. And you've got stories to back it up, right? What's the first essential you tell people to get their hands on?
ChatGPT, it's like the Swiss Army knife of AI. It's brilliant for brainstorming content, drafting emails, even whipping up a decent blog outline in seconds. I had this one client, let's call her the reluctant entrepreneur, who swore she'd never touch AI. 1 week with ChatGPT, and she's cranking out LinkedIn posts like a seasoned marketer.
That's amazing. And what I love about tools like ChatGPT is how accessible they are. You don't need a PhD in computer science to get started. You just need curiosity.
Exactly. Then there's Jasper. It's like ChatGPT's hyper-focused sibling. Great for marketing copy, ads, email sequences, you name it. Here's the kicker, Eric. One of my clients in e-commerce started using Jasper to A/B test product descriptions. Sales jumped by 20% in just 3 weeks.
That's incredible. And what about visual content? Not everyone's a designer, but AI tools are leveling the field there too.
Enter Canva. I call it design for the rest of us. It's not just templates anymore. They've got features powered by AI that make creating visuals almost too easy. I mean, I've seen non-designers create ads that look better than some agency-made campaigns. The democratization of design is real, my friend.
And that's a perfect example of AI complementing human creativity instead of replacing it. But let's be real, tools like these can feel overwhelming at first, right?
For sure. That's why I always say, start small. Pick one tool, master it, and grow your confidence before jumping into the deep end. AI is like building a skill set. You wouldn't jump from learning to type to writing code overnight.
That's a great point. Start with what's relevant to your work, whether it's creating better visuals, writing smarter, or analyzing data faster. It doesn't have to be all at once.
Exactly, Eric. And staying updated doesn't mean you have to drown in information. I recommend focusing on one or two trusted communities or newsletters for AI trends. There's no need to chase every shiny new thing, or else you'll spend more time exploring than actually using the tools.
Right? Like a small business you've worked with recently, I think you mentioned something about customer insights.
Yes, They were using AI to analyze customer behavior, spotting trends they didn't even know existed. By adjusting their email campaigns based on AI-generated data, they saw a 35% boost in engagement rates. That's transformational for a business trying to compete with bigger players.
That's such a strong example of working smarter, not harder. And it brings up an important takeaway. Don't be afraid to experiment. Small wins can snowball into massive results over time.
Absolutely, Eric. And when people share their success stories, it inspires others to get started. AI isn't just for the technically inclined anymore. It's for anyone with the curiosity and drive to work smarter. So, Eric, as we've been saying, AI isn't about replacing humans. It's about empowering us to work smarter. It's like unlocking a superpower that's accessible to everyone willing to explore its potential. And as they say, with great power
Comes great responsibility. Absolutely. I mean, tools like Canva, for example, they've unlocked creative possibilities for non-designers like me while still leaving room for professionals to shine. It's collaboration, not competition.
Yes, exactly that. AI democratizes access to skills and tools, but you still need human input to add heart and polish. But here's the catch, Eric. What happens if we abdicate too much responsibility to AI?
You're touching on the ethical piece now. This is so important. Whether it's AI bias producing skewed results or a glitch derailing a project, humans have to stay vigilant. We're the editors, the navigators, not passive passengers.
Totally. I mean, do you remember the controversy around AI generated resumes that started favoring certain demographics?
Oh, don't get me started. Bias in, bias out. It's a real problem. That's why human oversight is critical. If we're not checking for fairness, we could be reinforcing inequalities without even realizing it.
Exactly. It highlights why I always tell people in my workshops AI is an ally, not a replacement. You're still the one making the big decisions. And let me share a funny story that hammers this point home.
Oh, here we go. I'm ready for this one.
So I have this producer friend, brilliant guy, right? Decides to let AI write and schedule one of his podcast episodes without reviewing it. Next thing you know, the episode goes live titled Podcast for Robots.
Wait, seriously, robots.
Not joking. And the worst part? The AI changed the guest's bio to describe them as an aspiring toaster. He didn't catch it in time, and boy, did the comments section let him have it.
That's just incredible. A perfect example of why we should never hit publish without checking twice.
Right? It's hilarious in hindsight, but also a cautionary tale. AI is amazing, but we can't let it operate without human guardrails. It's a dance. You delegate the busy work, but you're still the choreographer.
Exactly. And I think that's such a positive note to end on. AI enhances us, but it's up to us to guide it responsibly. It's not replacing creativity, ingenuity, or empathy anytime soon.
Couldn't say it better myself. So for all our listeners, remember this. Embrace AI as your new best teammate, but keep your human edge. Because at the end of the day, that's what truly sets us apart. Until next time, stay curious and maybe triple check those AI-generated bios.
And on that note, thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next time on AI After Hours.